I want to dance. I really want to dance, and I'm doing everything for it.
I trained them physically very hard.
I'm going to really work hard. Not just hard, smartly hard. I was like, I don't want to be acrobat, I want to be a dancer. Call me dancer.
My name is Bijal. I'm here working for DissDash. I am so excited to speak to you, Jay Sean, on how you're working with this film, The Last Dancer, Call Me Dancer, and as well as you, Manish, to talk about it again. Nice to have you guys here. So Manish, tell me about the journey from when I last met you till today and where the film is.
So yeah, we are now on theatrical release. We are doing in New York first from 15th of December till 21st of December. Every day we're showing 5 shows. So there are a lot of show times. So you don't have any other option, because you can't say that we can only make for 6 o'clock or 3 o'clock. We have in the morning, we also have at night. So go get your tickets, and I will be there also for Q&A, and also Jay will be there. So we will see you there in person. And I'm very excited that happening. And the first place we chose, it's in New York. That's one of the biggest platform you can get what you want more than that. So yeah.
Absolutely. And Jay, I mean, you're diversifying your portfolio, I should say. I mean, obviously the world knows you as a talented singer. You produced so many amazing artists and launched them in their careers. You recently had a sake brand and now into films. Tell me all the things you're working on.
Yeah, these are all passion projects, right? I think one of the most biggest blessings about doing what I do is that when you have a platform, you get to have a voice, and you get to have a positive impact on the world if you so choose to do that. And I always try to do that. I always try to use my platform for good. And I think that when it came to this movie, I know what it feels like to have a voice that the world may not hear or see, and to fight for that voice to be heard and seen. And that's what this movie was to me. I was like, here's a beautiful story, really. It happens to be, the lead happens to be it's an Indian boy, and it's a South Asian story, but it's a human story. So that deserves to be seen. And quite often, our faces weren't on the big screen. When I started off 20 years ago, it was not the case. So to now see this on the big screens, it fills my heart with joy, because I fought for that for a long time. And that's why I backed this movie, because I believe in it. It's a story that needs to be heard and seen.
So Manish, tell us the story. I mean, you're the protagonist. You're going to talk about ballet being the center stage, but of a male perspective. So why don't you tell us about playing this role and following your passion, and as well as having such a great role model in Jay Sean in being one of the biggest support systems for the film.
Yes. So yeah, this was not scripted anything. So it was just keep going story. I didn't know where it's gonna go and if I will make it or not make it. But I was very true to my passion and what I love. So I never gave up on it. And there was a time where I have to think about maybe not. And everyone get that. And there is the main test for you to stick with what you have to. Also, after doing other movies, I also got an offer from the different things to do something else, to choose an actor, be an actor. But also that was also a test for me, because that's a really glamorous life and more money and everything, but choose to be a dancer still. It's the thing, but I always wanted to be a dancer. I always wanted to dance because that made me happy. So I always stick with it. And I believe that if really you believe in something, there is always a way, because my father also said when I was young, where there is will, there is a way. We used to study. So I believe in it. When there is a will, there is always a way. Sometimes it will come a little bit late or sometimes very early, but it will come. We have to have a patience with it. And right now I am very happy that my movie is in theater. I'm performing with the company in New York, in middle of Manhattan. Like, what do you expect more than that? And also, I'm happy that there are many people, they are looking up to me in India, and then they are deciding not to give up on their dream. They believe that if Manish did it, we can also do it. So that's the main thing, because sometimes what happened, like some people are very fortunate with money or with their body or something, and people think like, okay, we don't have that. But with me, I didn't have anything of it, and still it happened. And then people say that if he do it, we can also do it. So I really love that, because I can push other people to follow their dream.
I mean, you are. I think the minute you started dancing and it became part of your heart, it became part of your soul, and now it's part of this film.
Yes.
And so not only in America, but around the world, people will be touched to see where ballet is, predominantly looked at more in the female spectrum, that it can actually be gender neutral. Shampaine, talk about that. Talk about being from the UK and then now, stepping foot, you live in New Jersey, and seeing all the different, stereotypes that comes with our life as South Asians in the world.
Yeah. I think, times have changed, definitely a lot. Manish, what you said is true, right? Patience, you have to have patience. And, 20 years ago, I wanted everything to just be the same for us. Well, how come we don't get to do this? Why don't we get to? Why do people still think we are all speaking like this? Why do people think we are all being lawyers and engineers and doctors? Every time we're on the movies, we're playing stereotypical roles. All of that used to frustrate me. But also I had to understand that things take time. And the world is now seeing us change in a big way. I mean, you say that you're Indian now. You're big CEOs of the biggest companies in the world, Indian. Some of the most beautiful culture that is impacting mainstream now, Indian. And we are really, the spotlight is on us now. And it's our time, I believe, to shine. And so regardless of all of that stuff, gender, race, and all that, it doesn't matter. We are getting to express ourselves in a way that we want, and the world is watching now. And I like that. I think it's about time.
I mean, you have a little girl and you have a beautiful wife. Tell me, has she seen the film, and has she been a part of your journey? Has she reacted?
Yeah, both my kids. We all sat down actually when it was the first edit of the movie, first edit that we got through. We sat down as a family and watched it at the house, and the kids loved it. My daughter especially, because she's all into that stuff. She loves Indian dance too. She goes every weekend she goes to the temple and does Indian dance class. It's really sweet. So she was super into it. And then of course I was the cool dad, because she was like, wait, you made like 2 songs for this movie? I was like, yeah. And I was like, and by the way, wait till the credits roll at the end. She was like, why? And I was like, it's a little surprise. So when the credits come up, you see, she saw herself on the TV and she's like, oh, Daddy, I'm on the big screen. And I was like, yeah, it's cute. It was a nice little moment.
Oh, so you gave her a little shout out? Tell me about that.
Yeah, they just had a little video of us, dancing along to one of the songs that I'd written. So when the credits come up at the end, all the people involved in the movie, the directors, the videographers, etc., all have like a little cameo. So it's a sweet moment.
And you've worked in films before, but what was so special about this experience for you?
I think what was special about this is not only that I get to say I'm part of a beautiful story that I believe in, and that I think the world will really appreciate. When it came to my work that I'm normally used to, writing songs and making songs, this was a different experience for me. I had to reverse engineer my process, because I normally, of course, I just write songs, they get licensed to movies, and then they do whatever they want with my song. Here, I had to create music for a movie that had already been shot. So they're showing me, this is your part here. We need a song for this bit. So now I'm watching that bit going, okay, so it needs to be like this, it needs to be this tempo, it needs to have this feeling, and I had to sort of reverse engineer how I normally create music. And that was a really fun experience for me.
It's amazing. Tell me about the tour, Manish. I know you're kicking off in New York. What's next for you guys?
So right now we are working with like many different cities. Also, it's going to be in Toronto in Canada. Also going to show, and also a few more film festivals. It will be there. But yeah, we're looking up to more like a theatrical release, because in that way it will be open to a general audience, not just for the certain amount of group. Because I believe that also director that it need to shown to all the kids, and also like everyone should see it, because there's something to take away. Like there is like a relation between parents and their children, their brothers, sisters, teachers and students. There's something always, ageism, there's always something is there to take away. So it is very universal movie. And yeah, we are showing first in New York. I want to see people there first, so please come and get your ticket. Showing from 15th of December to 21st, and I want you to see there, because I will be there waiting for you guys. So, and then I will keep posting about all the screening going to happen around the world. Also in India, many people wrote me that they want to see the movie, and how we can, hopefully we can reach there too and show. And yeah, it's just the beginning now.
Last question. How do you think, from your perspective as a dancer in ballet, how do you think this film will open people's hearts and minds?
Yeah, so I believe that this will, like, not just in the dance, because there are many fantastic dancers around the world, but I believe that it will open a conversation between parents and their children to talk about what they love, not just in dance, any kind of career. So they will speak with them like openly after watching the movie. So that is more important. About the dance education, there is much more movies we have, there's books, there are teachers and everything, but this is important more emotionally about the opening the door between the parents and their children's. Yeah.
Lovely. Shampaine, any final words on the film?
Yeah, I think Manish said it all. It's exactly that. It's much more than a dance movie, so you have to go and watch it to understand what we mean by that. The dance is just the backdrop. It's the stuff in between that will get you. So yeah, go do yourself a favor and go watch it.
That's amazing. So again, this is Bijal talking to Shampaine and Manish Chauhan for Call Me Dancer. Such a beautiful film, so impactful, so necessary in today's times. It was wonderful speaking to you.